Alright, what is up, guys? We are finally back, and today we're going to be starting out with doing a little bit of work over here on the Guardian farm, draining some of this stuff out. Got a lot to get done. Been slowly trying to get working on it because it's a big project, and I don't want to bore you guys with just that, so that's why I've been doing some other things as well. But we're going to go ahead and jump in here. Got 30 of my sponges. The other ones are probably, hopefully, in my ender chest. Or they could still be in one of these pods that I started to clear out. But either way, we're going to get started on this thing. So I actually got all my... Actually, they might be over here because I took all that stuff out. But I got all my sand and... most of my sand and stuff in that one. Actually not. So hopefully they're over here. Yep, I see them. I see some of my sponges right there. So yeah, that pod we mostly cleared out, and then we ran out of sponges to clear the rest of it out. So we're gonna go ahead and just do a little bit of work on this. Guess I probably should have why is there two right? Because I need some sand to get back up, so I should have cleared a little bit of that out. But that'll work. Just like that. All this sand eventually is going to be cleared out and probably turned into glass and whatnot. So we have a little bit of it done, but we still got a lot to go. But we're going to start working on... This is a little bit of a smaller one, so let's start working on this one. Basically, I just spam these around. Rather than trying to gather 500 pieces of sand, 500,000 pieces of sand for this. What? Alright, we still got a piece over there that didn't get cleared out. Alright, that should be it. Now obviously we're getting like kelp and stuff that we're dropping in here, which is good. Which is awesome. It's awesome. So basically, I don't really have a ton of plans for today. I think we're just going to work on a few things. A few little projects around. Especially because in 1.14.3, iron farms have changed. And I guess we're not going to be able to use gold farms anymore. Or you're going to have to redesign the gold farm. I heard that the gold farm like El Mango and everyone uses isn't working anymore. Guess they changed all the mechanics. So we're gonna have to find a new way to make a gold farm, because I was gonna actually start working on that. I actually got all the supplies together and everything, but then I found out today that's not really going to work out. That's actually kind of what I was going to work on today. But then I found out, yeah, gold farms are done. Okay, so it looks like we can take down this whole wall. Yeah, so we're going to have to find a new gold farm, possibly for 1.14.3, because I don't want to build one and then end up upgrading, like, updating during the middle of it, or the second I get it done, then I gotta upgrade, and yeah, it just doesn't seem like that's gonna be a good plan. So we're gonna go ahead and find a different design. So we're gonna have to wait to find some designs for it, which is totally fine. We can wait. We can handle it. We can definitely handle it. How does that make sense? And I'm lagging, that's why. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit more work on this, and then we'll work on a few little projects around the base. So I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so right now, it's probably going to be really loud, but we're AFKing over here. And there we go. Alright, what is up, guys? We're back. I actually did get a decent amount of work done on the Guardian farm. But I wanted to show you guys this because I was AFKing, because we're going to work on getting some good armor. So I basically just added in a temporary storage. I put 5 double chests. I put some in here and here, but then so I originally added these 2, so it's 3 like that. And what I want to do at the end here, if I can do this without falling off the edge, what I want to do is bring this out, probably to right here. I'm going to have a dropper facing into the void. So as soon as all of these double chests get filled up, all the rest of the ender pearls will just get launched off into the void. That way we're not having ender pearls like I had before that were just sitting on top of that thing. What are you teleporting for? Get out of here. So it's going to get really loud for a second, but I'm just working on gathering a bunch of levels. So what I'm doing is just, it's going to fill up this one first and go on, and then when it ends it'll go to the rest of it and go from there. Like I said, I want to work on getting some good armor, so I'm just chilling right here, getting some levels. I just wanted to show you guys my storage system real quick. Sorry about it being really loud, but yeah, I'm gonna get a few more levels up and then meet you guys back at base to get. Alright guys, so now we're gonna start working on some of our armor. I took it all off, it's in my inventory because we're gonna start out. We need to get mending on this armor for one. I don't think I actually have a ton of other books, so I think I got rid of most of my books. But we'll see if there's a couple more, but I got those 3 are mending. Now I don't have a helmet yet, so I'm waiting for Fortune 3 so I can break those diamond ore that we got in the last episode. So that way I can do that. Yeah, I don't have any books, but that's alright. We can do a little bit of enchanting. We got 63 levels. We shouldn't be using all of them for this. Hopefully we don't use all of them for this. Let's just start out by throwing mending on everything. It's gonna be should be really cheap. Yeah, 2 levels for each. So now we got mending on all of those, so we can get them repaired. Now we need to grab some books, and then we need to grab some lapis, which I think I have. They started breeding, now they're everywhere in my base, my old base. But let's grab some lapis. Probably not going to need that much lapis, but who knows. So basically what we can do is do some scrap enchants. If we don't get anything good. Efficiency 4, only efficiency 4. That's alright. Protection 3. We can definitely take protection 3 to add to some of our armor. Especially this one doesn't have any protection on it, so that would be pretty ideal. If we don't get like projectile protection 4, I'll take it. Feather falling for sure for my boots. I definitely need to get feather falling. Respiration would be really good for my helmet. I don't need feather falling again, so we'll go ahead and get a scrap enchant, and we can actually take that one and get rid of it later. Fortune 1, so this could be. Let's go ahead and grab Fortune 1 because I don't think I have Fortune at all yet. Piercing is not going to help. Unbreaking, we can do something with unbreaking, most like piercing again. We're almost out of levels already. Projectile protection 4 again. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of this to our armor now. So let's go ahead and add some. Well, I can't do respiration. Let's do feather falling, because that will be pretty awesome to have. Projectile protection 4. This one has no projectile protection, so let's go ahead and put it on here. Protection 3. Let's go ahead and put it on our leggings. Now we're down to 20 levels, but that's not too bad. That's definitely not too bad. I really want to get Fortune 3 though. I do have Fortune 1, but I want to get Fortune 3 for our pickaxe. Because I have all this diamond ore, but I want to use Fortune 3 on it. The only problem is I don't have Fortune 3 at the moment, so I'm going to need to get it. So do I have Unbreaking 3? Yeah, Unbreaking 3, and I don't have any Unbreaking here. Do I have any more Unbreaking? So it might be better to mix these two together first, because I don't have Unbreaking here on these. Now we got Unbreaking. We got another Projectile Protection 4. That we can go ahead and try to put on here. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, that's some decent armor. I just need to get Protection 4 on there as well. But look at that. Look at those boots. Those are some decent looking boots. Now these are decent. They need some more enchantments, but we don't got quite a lot of levels to do that at the moment. I do want to go ahead and grab at least so what I'm gonna go ahead and actually do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and grab, I need to grab a normal pickaxe. Do I have anything to grab a normal pickaxe? Do I have any iron anywhere? Or do I actually have a pickaxe? I actually do have a pickaxe right here from the end loot session. It's just efficiency 4, but we can go ahead and grab this guy. Ooh, I need 2 levels. I need 1 more level. So let's go ahead and actually just grab that level real quick with that smite book. There we go. So we can go ahead and actually should have put fortune on this first. But I just want to get just enough to get, where's that fortune at? I want to get just enough of these to make a, no, I don't want to put those in there. Just enough. And I think just enough to make a helmet. So we can start building up this helmet next once we get, you know, I want to see what kind of enchantment I can get on this before we move on, because then I can just add things to it. Unbreaking 3 could have projection, so that could actually be something good to get on our helmet once we get there. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, but we're not gonna do that right now. We're actually gonna move on to something else because we're done enchanting now. So we're gonna end up moving on to something else. Let me just put some of this stuff away. Awesome, awesome. One thing I want to do real quick is get rid of some of this cactus green, because we got so much of it and I don't really use it for anything. So we're actually going to have to go down to our fish farm for this. I'm probably going to AFK over in this area so we can get some melons and pumpkins, because I don't have any and it would be nice to have some. So we're probably going to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and chuck these guys into this chest, which will end up shooting them into lava and getting rid of them, which will be quite awesome. But what I'm going to do, guys, what I'm going to go ahead and do for a little bit is I'm going to AFK over here for a little bit. Oh, it's not good. So I can try to get some melons and pumpkins, mostly melons, because I don't have a ton of melons. But what I do want to work on after AFK for a little bit is I want to work on a better farm, because this thing runs terribly and it looks terrible. So after I AFK here for a little bit, get a little bit of melons and pumpkins, so I can make sure I have enough seeds, then I'm gonna go ahead and start working on trying to make a really efficient pumpkin and melon farm, probably over by our new base, so that way we can always have melons and pumpkins rolling in for trading and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and AFK for a little bit, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm done with my AFK session. Alright guys, we're finally back. I did a little bit of resource gathering as well. as getting the stuff ready for this build. Now I figured out that this little island area is gonna be all our farms and stuff. So we're gonna have our base somewhere else, probably like we're over the slime farm. I'm just waiting for some suggestions. But we're gonna build this farm. Now it's a pretty easy farm to build. Kind of. Some of the stuff is a pain to get in there. It's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna have a lot of hoppers as well. But I'm not too worried because they got a lot of iron. I just need to collect the wood. That's not too bad. I got a decent iron supply stocked up and ready to rock and roll. But what I need to do is just start clearing out a little area. Now I don't know how I'm gonna have the collection system. I might do a dropper system to shoot it up and stuff, kind of like the way my dropper system for my auto sorting smeltery stuff is set up, like that, so it'll go up a water stream. Probably not that big, but something like that. So I need to go ahead. We're gonna build it right over there where I was starting to build it, right next to my kelp farm and near my cactus farm. Let's go ahead and get some resources. You see I got a whole bunch of dirt, but I do got some other stuff in here as well. So I'm going to want to get this out. It's all my seeds. I didn't get a ton of seeds, but that should hopefully be enough. And then I got some note blocks set up because we're going to need those. Some pistons, some observers. Don't know if that's going to be enough resources, but we'll go ahead and use it to get started. So basically what we need to do is, let's say our hoppers are going to be on this level. So our main set of hoppers are going to be on this level. So we need to put the dirt on this level so that way we can have the hoppers to be able to collect the stuff. Or we can put the dirt up there and then have the hoppers right here, which I think is a better idea because it's going to be easier to place all the hoppers that way, because it's going to be a pretty big structure. So it's going to be basically like a giant square. I don't know exactly how big it's going to be because we're going to have to figure that out as we go. But we're going to build a pretty big square. We'll adjust the size as we go, as needed. We don't need it super big. Probably start out with something this size because this thing's going to be pretty efficient. I actually already have one. I set one up in a creative test world, and it's pretty efficient. So the next thing I need to do is just fill this block in. Now the hard part is going to be getting all the pistons. The observers, they're going to be kind of a pain, but the pistons are going to be a pain as well. So basically, let me show you how it works on a smaller scale, and then we can do the bigger scale. So basically you have a little block like so, but scaled up that size. Then you're gonna have I need to grab something real quick if I can find it, so I can explain this a little better and actually show you what's gonna be going on. I'm not 100% sure. There it is. So basically, the water, there's going to be water in this as well to keep it hydrated. But basically, we're going to have plants like that. Above the stems, we're going to have observers. And above these spots right here, where the plants are going to grow, we're going to have pistons. The pistons are going to have note blocks on top of them. And the observers are gonna have just normal blocks, so probably stone brick. That way we can go ahead and get this all set up properly, and that way that's gonna be insane. I actually have it in a test world. I made a bigger scale one, but it's so efficient. I think the size we're aiming for right now is definitely gonna be plenty. But I'm gonna get a little bit of work done on this thing, and then I'll bring you guys back once I go ahead and get a little work done on this, get the platform in, start getting everything ready to go. I gotta get the water put in somehow and all that fun stuff, but I'll be back and we can figure out some of that stuff when I get back. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so I thought I'd bring you back with a little progress update. So I got this setup started. That little corner over there, that little section, stupid thing, that little section over there is done. So that's how it's all gonna be. I'm probably gonna put some stuff. I did already get a collection system, so I could start collecting some of those resources. I'm up to 13 melons already. So basically what we do is we come up here, and the reason I have these out is because that's the easiest way to place in the pistons. So the pistons go wherever those blocks are taken out. You hear that? That means something grew over there and got collected. All these blocks where the stems are is where these guys go. Might be actually easier to come up on top to do the rest of this. So I can come up here and go ahead and place these. Make sure their little butt is up. So all the observers have this guy on them. All the pistons have this guy on them. And we can actually go ahead and we could put some stone bricks on top of those, so we don't have to hear them. But we'll do that later. We'll do that in a little bit. I want to get some work done on this thing. Some more work. I want to get this thing finished, up and running. Be having tons and tons of pumpkins and stuff. And this is a pretty big area to grow. There's a lot of seeds to grow. I want to just check real quick before I'm pretty much going to get the rest of this finished up. Yeah, 27 melons and 1 pumpkin so far off that little section. So I'm pretty much going to try to get this whole entire thing done. Get this whole thing set up like that. Place the blocks on top of the note blocks, and we'll go from there. And as I'm going, I'm going to slowly add more hoppers in there for collection, so I can be collecting as I go. So that should be good. I'll bring you guys back once this is pretty much finished. Alright guys, so it's not completely done. It's a lot of the way done. As you can tell, I got a lot of work done, but I did run out of materials. All I got is 6 pistons left, and I actually had to craft those because I ran out. And I still got this little area, but I also added another little collection piece. I actually ran out of hoppers as well, but I got all this going on, so let's go ahead and take a look at this stuff. I'm actually gonna have to get a lot of cobblestone, and I'm probably gonna have to go mine for redstone as well. But this thing is almost full already. This thing's almost already full, so we got a lot of work to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and gather up some hoppers and things like that, and then hopefully I have enough resources to get this done. Alright guys, the time has come. Finally got it all finished. Got all the hoppers in. Well, I didn't get a storage system, and this one's already full, so that's good. But I got all the hoppers finally. Got everything in. It's all done. Ready to rock and roll. I'm just gonna grab a few chests. Stupid things. So I can go ahead and expand this storage a little bit, because yeah, it's completely full pretty much. I'm gonna do like a sorting system at some point, like an auto sorting system, to go ahead and fill this thing up. But this is insane how efficient this thing is. This thing is just popping stuff out. It's still going. It's just so much resources. So we're really gonna have to get some kind of storage system set up for that. But one thing is, I'm gonna need to get some more redstone resources, because I used a lot of redstone for this build. I'm pretty much out of redstone at this point. So we're gonna have to get some redstone for this build to go ahead and get a good storage system set up for it. But that's alright, we can definitely do that. I'm not worried about that. But it's all set up, getting insane amounts of loot. It's gonna be even better. And I want to show you one more thing before we end the episode that I actually did with the cactus farm. So I have it set up so it goes off 2 ways. So it'll get me bone meal and cactus, so I can get both. So So I can try to get both. So I can get cactus and bone meal as well. But this thing is insanely efficient. Never have I ever had that many melons at once. Pumpkins, yes, but melons, I've never had that many melons. But I hope you guys enjoyed, because it's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.